Hi, welcome to my channel, Phoenix Angel 1111. I am going to be doing a reading right now for the sign of Pisces. I thank you for participating by listening and or watching this video right now. It means a lot to me. If you find any message at all, anything in this entire video or on my channel resonates, or if you are wanting more guidance, more videos, more curious, wanting to learn more, if anything draws you to my videos, please hit like, subscribe, comment, interact with me, share your energy with me so that I can not only help you, but help as many people as possible. And by hitting that like button, it sends your energy, and it just helps with an energy exchange, okay? By hitting that like button or hitting subscribe, or especially by interacting by putting a comment. Even if you don't write directly to me, even if you just hit that like button or hit subscribe, it automatically creates an energy exchange so that I can feel that energy that much easier, even more than I already can use those gifts of mine. But it just helps. It helps a lot, and it helps other people find my channel in these videos, and by you doing that, it helps, you know, just circulate them around. So I really appreciate anybody who is listening, watching, just anything that you are doing, including your own life, to the collective, whether you be considering yourself to be on the twin flame journey or not. I forgot what I was getting, so I'm just like talking. What almost feels like aimlessly talking, and just kind of walking around right here, trying to figure out what I was about to grab for the reading. So I will think of it when it will. I do not know why I can't. I'm sorry, but I have 4 new decks that I will be using. I haven't ever used these on the channel yet before. I'm not sure if I'm going to just use the 4 or if I'll also pull in some of these that I have on the table here. But at the minimum today, we're going to be using one of my new decks that I got. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm excited to use it for some messages from whoever you're thinking of. We have the Lover's Oracle is one of my new decks by Tony Carmine Salerno, I think is how you say the name. I also have the Magic of the Unicorns deck. I just bought not long ago, I can't find the box, but here's the book for it, the archetypes, the wild unknown archetypes. So we're going to be using that as well. And then a new tarot deck. This is a new tarot deck. It's, show you some of the cards here. Let's see. Oh, that one's cute. Raccoons. I think it could be cute. This is the Ostara Tarot. The box looks like this. And then, yeah, so, but if I do feel drawn to it, I'm going to be using a Queen's Journey Oracle by Queen of Light 1111, as well as possibly might use the Beautiful Creatures Tarot, 2nd edition. We'll see. But for now, we'll at least use these. Oh, and possibly the Starseed, but we'll see how much time. And I do have 2 other decks here just in case for additional guidance, which is the Spirit Reading cards and the Sacred Traveler's Journey Oracle. So I did channel some for you Pisces before I got started, and I'm sure there will be more to come as we go, of course. But a few things I wanted to touch on before I get started with your reading, Pisces, is I heard the word Aragon which immediately reminded me as if it sounded as if it's a crystal or a gemstone. So I Googled it, and maybe it is, but the first thing that popped up was it's something having to do with Spain, unless, but of not limited, unless it has to do with the movie Aragon, because I looked up, there's actually a movie called Aragon. It's spelled differently, but initially when I Googled, I typed in Aragon spelled Aragon. So, and looked up some meanings as well. One of the meanings I found is it says it's generally, but not only. It says that it can be like a boy's name, meaning strong, romantic, and it's a name of an old kingdom in the Iberian Peninsula in Spain, I believe it said. So maybe, and then I also heard the word fluent as well. So it could be possibly maybe you, if you're listening to this, maybe you or your person is from Spain, or maybe you have been there, or you're longing to go there to travel for some reason, or you have family there, or maybe you just speak the language, or the movie might mean a lot, or it could mean maybe a sign for somebody to check out that movie. Either way, I really felt strongly that was a strong message for somebody. And as far as the movie goes, I haven't myself seen the movie Aragon, but that is spelled Eragon, if anyone's wondering. And if you're interested in looking into that, it has to do something with a dragon and a boy named Aragon finding a dragon egg. And then I'm not sure what happens after that, but you can kind of guess, connect the dots. I'm sure it's pretty cool. And then also I channeled a penguin for you. So apparently your spirit animal for today, and I thought it was very cute because I was just seeing a penguin waddle, how they waddle. And it made me think of somebody who maybe feels like they're not doing enough. They just feel like you can't win. No matter what you do, you cross your T's, you dot your I's, you do everything, and you just feel like something's got to give, but nothing is. You just feel almost like there's no miracles around you or something, or you just can't focus. You're stumbling around, and I know I was meant to channel a penguin because when I channeled the penguin, I heard a channeled message with it say, slowly but surely you'll get there. Like a penguin, slowly, but there's movement. And penguins are also very, very loyal. They mate for life. So if you see a penguin within the next few days, it could mean literally. Most people probably maybe won't unless you're in Antarctica or something. But if you see that could be a sign from your person or a sign of movement. If you're feeling like you're in a stalemate, feeling like nothing is moving, I want you to think about a penguin and think about not just the typical of how adorable they are, or necessarily even how slow they move. Think about how resourceful they are and how protective they are of their family and how long of a journey that they make every single time that they make their journey to get what they need. They have that really, really long journey, right? Basically the March of the Penguins type thing. But they make it, it's they don't give up. So it's basically, that told me by channeling that penguin, not only even for you, but for my own self, this very much resonates. Even if you feel sometimes you're a penguin, or you feel like something is frozen over, keep going, because you have everything you need. And I really feel that's just such a beautiful message. So I wanted to give you that message before I stopped. You're also a term I heard, and I put quotes around it, being unstoppable. That might be what I name your... I can't decide whether I'm going to name this reading Be the Penguin. Like, do the journey, be a penguin or something, because that's kind of funny. Be a penguin, or being unstoppable. Be an unstoppable penguin. There we go. Be the... I'm laughing. Unstoppable penguin. Yeah. All right. Pisces. Be the unstoppable Pisces penguin. Okay. This isn't only for... So if you're watching this and you're like, well, I'm not a Pisces. Maybe your person's not even a Pisces. That's okay. If you feel drawn to this reading, there's likely a message for you. Just because, like, for example, your whatever sun sign you have, whatever birth sign your month is in, like I'm a Scorpio, it's not only Scorpio readings that could possibly or that would resonate for me. My moon is in Libra, so Libras could, work for me. My rising sign is Aquarius. Aquarius could work. And my Venus is in Virgo. That could work. But you want to know something? I have many times, all of the zodiacs have resonated. Because it's energy. And I highly recommend, if you haven't gotten a chance to do your natal chart. I'm actually going to write down a couple sites. I'm going to hold it up to the camera in case you want to write them down. Now I'm going to zoom to a couple free sites for natal charts, and then like hold it to the screen. I'm pretty sure there's cafe. I've used that one. There's many of them. Just Google Cafe Astrology, if you can see that, or Astrograph. You can see those words. cafeastrology.com. You can do a free natal chart. The whole paper thing was kind of generic, but yeah. There's a lot of people out there who haven't gotten to do their natal chart even, so that can show you, it's basically what that is a blueprint of where all the planets and other fascinating, amazing things were when you very special person, were born. And no two people on this entire planet have identical natal charts. So as far as I'm concerned, with all the research I've done, no two people have, don't quote me on that, but everyone I've ever heard of, all the research I've ever done, as far as I know, two people can't match. So I just find that fascinating. It's like a blueprint. And you do your natal chart and you can see where your sun sign is, where your moon is, and where your ascendant is. And each of these has a different type of energy attached to it. Like there's Saturn, there's Neptune, there's all the different planets. And the constellations, when the different planets, when we pass through the different constellations and pass by the sun, and when all of these things grasp like around each other, and when we flow through them, we access different energy points, basically. And then you have all these other things like retrogrades, and there's a lot to know, a lot to learn. But I want to keep it as simple as possible, of course, but I definitely want to enlighten as much as I can, but I want to try to keep it simple. So I apologize if I lost anybody by what the hell was that? Just gotta figure out which deck I would like to start with, and then we'll rock and roll. I'm being drawn to read you a poem. I had brought in this poem book. I ordered it. It's from one of my favorite musicians, and he writes poetry, so I'm just going to flip through all these pages, and I'm going to choose a random poem for you, Pisces. And it's from this poem book called Fear Does Not Belong Here. I absolutely love it. So, fear does not belong here. Fear does not belong here. Fear does not belong here. Okay, Pisces, you get Muse is the poem I'm going to read to you. What I find most beautiful is the way you make my mind dream of places I have never been, hear songs I have never heard, find words I have never imagined, to depict the taste you left my mouth. You sit at the forefront of my consciousness, a muse and a statue, who sings the temperature below freezing and sets my eyes ablaze, the way a wish disintegrates a dandelion. Okay. And I just heard intuitively, a wish is a dream that your heart makes. So, could be for somebody, somebody needed to hear that. So keep dreaming. I forgot to pick up my crystals. I only have a few of them here because all their ones are somewhere else. I have to go grab them. But got my Amazonite, my emerald, some, I think this is called Kambaba, Divine Masculine Stone, Tiger Eye, I think I said amethyst, clear quartz, citrine, and I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, I know that, I know this, blue quartz, I think, yeah. So let's go ahead and do, what's your archetype? I almost called you Taurus, and that might match because when I was doing, I did forget to mention, when I was writing your thing, Pisces, I also channeled and I wrote in quotes, are you in love with a Taurus? And then I heard the word grappling, so I don't think I spelled it right. I don't even know if grappling is the word. Graveling is probably what, like when someone's trying to, like, beg for, like, attention in a way. Like, beg for, like, when you're basically kissing someone's feet. It was like the word Gemini. It was like somebody was between a Gemini and a Taurus or something, or, like, left a Gemini because they were always having to, like, beg for breadcrumbs, like kiss their feet, it's almost like somebody begging for a spot on the couch. So maybe that, hopefully that resonates with somebody. Not that I hope that, because that sucks, but yeah. That's no fun. So we're gonna go ahead and get you an archetype to figure out let's see what. Okay, there's one. I'm gonna pull 3 for you. Just get one more. Okay, well, we had 3 of them, but I was going to take the one that was on top, I was going to take immediately. I just mentioned we got the King, the Queen, and the Self. Wow, okay. How are we doing on time? I might have like 5 minutes left, so I'm going to be real quick. Okay, Pisces. First, let's do the Maiden. So the Maiden, what's the Maiden about? 6, 7, 8. Number 8. The Maiden, the Virgin, the Princess, the Innocent. So here is the Maiden card if you want to see it. The Maiden archetype is the epitome of innocent arousal, naive sensuality, and a precarious purity. She is compelling and addictive because of her flawless and youthful glow. She's got the first archetype in the trifecta of Maiden, Mother Crone, and rightfully so because she has so much to learn. The Maiden is perfectly positioned for trouble to come her way and subject her to a challenge that leads to the next phase of womanhood. She must grow up, yet hesitates at the threshold, enamored by the charms of youth. The Maiden represents the side of us that is riveted and curious, drawn to shadowy forests, dark nights, and taking just one taste of poisonous fruit. Her magic is edgy and includes both shame and delight. Let yourself fall down the rabbit hole, young one. Moving from the Maiden to the Mother is challenging, often leaving unresolved tensions between the two archetypes for years, if not a lifetime. Do you long to be rescued by another or receive a kiss that brings you back to life? Be wary of waiting for a prince. Break the spell of your own life. So when in a light sense, this could be curious, enchanting, sensual, full of vitality. On like the dark side of this, it could be pretending, projects, denying things, like not owning up to things, fantasizing, like negative fantasizing, and so yeah, so that's for the Maiden. Let's do the Self. The Self is a prism that allows the spectrum of our personalities to radiate. It does not judge, prohibit, suppress, or oppress any of its parts, as it lovingly knows that all aspects have a time and a place and leads us to experience the full breadth of life's offerings. The Self is a central abiding container, the awareness of the infinite universe of possibilities. When this card appears, it's a call to step back into witness consciousness, to observe yourself navigating the world. Ask yourself, am I the stew or am I the chef? In most situations, our ego draws us into the cauldron where we swirl, spin, and smolder in chaos. Yet the Self is a graceful culinary dancer, watching, waiting, observing as the spectrum of ingredients become the flavor of our life. Look in the mirror for 30 seconds or more. Attempt to see you behind the you. It's no surprise that two central mantras in the yoga tradition concern themselves with the Self. Experiment with Ham, I am that, and Sat Nam, true identity. If this card is perplexing you, you are on the right track. It challenges us to expand our sense of identity behind the little self, and the ego resists such movement. On a light sense, this is witnessing, accepting new aspects of oneself. On a dark sense, disjointed, fatigued, diffused energy and purpose, feeling empty and a lack of purpose. And then we have, those were just the King and Queen, but I didn't feel drawn to read those ones. I'm going to pull a message from my new Lover's Oracle. Not mine as in created. I didn't create it. It's by Tony Carmine Salerno. Let's get you one message from the person you are in question about. Could be a person you've been wanting to hear from. Could be a person from the other side. Take it how it resonates. Message from, okay, there's a bunch of them. I'm going to read them all. The past is now behind you. Release and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it in faith. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some alone time. Instead of placing your focus on another, Now is the time to give to yourself. And then one last message. You're going to get a message from the unicorns, Pisces, to wrap up your... I didn't do a tarot with us because I'm running out of time. Like, it's going to cut off any second. In case it already didn't, I'm not sure, because it likes to break it up. Your message, soul healing, number 16. Align with your essence and see your true colors. Divine potential, fulfill your destiny, be all you can be. And on the floor, we got number 18, refreshing oasis, nurture yourself, gather your strength. Unicorn portal, focus to your light and listen for a message. So you're being guided to basically go in hermit mode. Don't be afraid to be the penguin, Pisces. Go in hermit mode if you need to and get your strength back for your journey. Because it seems like you have a long journey and you might be feeling tired. You might even be feeling cold. Just hang on there tight. I hope you enjoyed this.